Good evening. Happy Wednesday. It is 6 p.m. Pacific. It is a beautiful day outside. I am literally roasting because there's no air conditioning here, but that is all good. I'd rather be roasting than freezing. Here we are today, playing Campaign Series Vietnam. We are continuing a week in the Mekong Delta campaign. We are using the 1.22 update, and you can find that either on your install with the update button if it works. I know some people it doesn't work. I don't know what the solution is for that, but you can also find it here on the forum. This is the Matrix Games forum under the Campaign Series Vietnam main heading, and you'll see update available here. So I'll just quickly go through this. If you've been watching the streams before, you'll know that I kind of do this every once in a while, especially when we have an update. And there's nothing too crazy with these updates, but there are a couple of things that you should be aware of. The main thing, not the main thing, but one of the main things is now with the 1.22 update, ambush situations will come with assault background sounds. So what does that mean? That means that if you're driving down a road and, say for example, in a truck where that doesn't have an assault factor, if you try and assault a unit that's on the road, the enemy unit will conduct an assault against you, like an ambush. Before, you wouldn't know what was really going on unless you were paying attention to the bottom of the screen down here. It would say, ambush losses, blah blah blah, whatever. But now, when that situation happens, you'll have an audio clue that, oh crap, I just ran into an ambush. So that's a pretty important thing that we've included with 1.22. There's a couple of new CE function enhancements that have been added. I won't go over those. I'll do that maybe in another separate Lua video when I start doing that. The other things that were fairly important were here. Under the data, we revised the artillery scatter probability and the airstrike scatter probability. So your artillery, especially for the Americans, should be more on target than they were before. So thinking positive, should be better. Other things that were improved, there was a hex spotting issue that affected artillery and airstrike scatter. That's been remedied. There's a unit concealment issue involving helicopters. That was remedied as well. There was also an issue, for example, if I was driving down this road and I got attacked, the unit would get retreated if it was a wheeled vehicle or a tracked vehicle or whatever, but not amphibious. It would say, for example, come into this objective hex here, even though theoretically it couldn't do it because these are all wet patties. So that type of issue has been fixed. If it can't go there, it can't go back. Where we were finding that in the 1.21, you could exit this road onto that hex, but then you could never go back. So there'd be a lot of chances where you might get stuck on an island, which if you watched, a few episodes ago, I had tanks stuck for that very reason. So I had to tweak the map, blah, blah, blah. There was an issue during play that the LZ markers might fail to show intermittently, but that's been remedied as well. That's usually during auto tests. I didn't notice that except on one occasion during this particular playtest, but otherwise it's very rare that happens. There's a CSEE bug that involved leaders and headquarters in order to follow the movement properly. Not sure why, but that's fixed now. What else? The Rice icon 3D graphics have been revised thanks to Chris. As I've been playing this particular scenario, I have been updating the script. So if you're playing if you started with 1.21, you should be fine. But if you started the campaign previous to 1.21, I would highly recommend starting over with 1.22, just to make sure that you have all the goodies and you're scoring the right points and things like that. Before, even in this, so I started this scenario, I think it was, I don't remember which version, 1.10 or 1.12 or something like that. Anyway, in the beginning, the I've collected a lot more points than I should have, like by thousands and thousands of points. So I'm sitting at a victory condition that makes literally no sense for the situation that I'm in right now. But if you start this particular campaign over with 1.22, you should be receiving the awards and bonuses properly. Yeah, absolutely. And this is a really fun scenario to play. If you have the time and the patience. Hey, John, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. If you have the time and the patience to play a scenario like this, I would highly recommend it. So this is, how long does it take, you might ask? Well, I'm playing this fairly quickly, and based on the 2-hour sessions that I've been doing this in, we're getting close to the end, and I've put in 60 odd hours just in this particular scenario. And this is the easy one of the weekend scenarios. Something to think about if you're looking for. And other people will play much, much slower. If I was to play this again, I would play this a lot slower than I did. I was basically trying to keep up with, make it interesting, so there wasn't a lot of me sitting here thinking about what I'm going to do. It was just go, 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 go for your guys' entertainment, of course. Monster for sure. Yes, it is, John. Yes, it is. And that's basically it for the 1.22. So again, you can download it directly here. There's a link right there in the post. You know, the blue highlighted here. You can download it directly there, unzip it, put it in your install, and run it, and it's super, super easy. And that's only do this if you can't access it through your update button on your main access window. All right, back to the fun stuff. Well, it's not really fun. So what's the situation? Let's take a look around. So it's day 6, the night between day 6 and day 7. And I have a battalion down here in area Pi. I have a battalion down here in area Sigma and area Rho. But I also have my Arvin Rangers in here as well. I'm not going to get the bonuses for having my troops located where they should, because I had made a mistake, and one, I've taken too long to complete the objectives. I did not secure all the objectives here yet. And I made a mistake of bringing a 3rd 60th company down onto this island. And so I'm rushing it back, but I'm looking at the time here. It's already 5 turns into day 6 night. And I don't think everyone's going to be there in 3 turns. So if I don't have that 3 turns, then that's not going to work. Hey, 6-4, good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a lot of fun playing the game. I know I am, even though it's crazy. So, yeah, I hope you're watching these, because it really teaches you how not to play the game. Touché. Touché. Oh, that's great to hear, 6-4. Glad you love it. Me too. It's so much fun. It's mental how much fun it is. I mean, not in a good way, I guess, but yeah. So let's zoom in, take a look, see what's going on. We have area Pi. All these points, oh, except this. I haven't secured that yet, but we will get to that this next turn. Other than that, area Pi is all secure. Area Rho is all secure. Area Sigma is not secure yet, but we will have it done in probably half a dozen turns. Glad you love it too, John. Heck yeah, it's a great game. It really is. I have yet to find a game that is like this, with the amount of detail, but still understandable and capable of, you know, providing an entertaining challenge. That's it. Yeah, it's a really entertaining challenge. This is 3rd 60th with the 2 armored cavalry units. They're in where are they? In Kailai. They're biovacking here for the night, because they're all going to be, I'm going to assume that this sector in here is going to be day 7. So you'll see I have an Arvin task force down here. I have the 1 battalion here. This is the 3rd 47th. This is the 4th 47th. And 3rd 60th is up here. I am transporting troops, or trying to transport troops to where they should be. There's no airfield on this island, so I have to use this landing zone here and then ferry troops back and forth. It's a pain, but it's working. I was kind of hoping I would get lucky and be able to use this landing zone here, but I can't I could probably unload there, I just can't load there, which is kind of frustrating. Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right, John. It is an entertaining challenge. Otherwise, there's not much really going on. We can start sending this truck back. This is the 4th 47, this town here, and these guys are rushing back as quickly as they can to get back into here, but it's dark. I have to find a crossing point. It's gonna suck. It's just gonna suck. So I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer. Hopefully they can start crossing here, get on the road. There is a VC position here that I didn't bother dealing with, but it'll be walking right by them, so that makes no sense. So we're gonna go around and try and get down here as quickly as possible. All right, let's get started. Let's get doing this. See what's going to happen. First things first, do we have any units that need to fly away? We have some helicopters here on the ground. They're refueled. They're good to go. We do have a couple of ranger platoons here. Let's go down and highlight the headquarters for 4th 47th, which is right there. So I'm just going to select the leader and press this highlight button, highlight organization button, and you'll see that all the units under its command, what's ever left. Look at that. I have literally what? Two companies worth of troops left. So I'm just going to do a quick pan around to make sure there's nothing else highlighted. If there is, they need to go south. The main combat troops. I don't care about the other stuff. So there are troops here, but these are machine guns. They're part of the heavy weapons company. We're leaving them at the base. We don't care about that. And same with this reconnaissance unit. We don't care about that. Otherwise, yeah, I have lost half that battalion. There was 4 companies there of infantry, and I've lost two full companies worth of infantry just for 4th 47th. Now let's take a look at 3rd 47th and see if it's any better. Oh man. Oh, those are engineers. Okay, we don't care about that. What's this? Who's this guy for? 3rd 60th. Oh, he needs to go into a boat. No, not enough action points. So this guy has to go south. Okay, let's select 3rd 60th or 3rd 47th again. So we do have troops over here that are waiting for ferries. They just came on the helicopters. You know what I'm going to try? I'm going to take one of these helicopters. I'm going to put it... Oh, we got shot at by a boat! Right frickin' there! Where did that come from? Let's turn on some volume. Now, of course, it's night. Oh, we are destroying it, so that's encouraging. For destroying the VC sampans, we gain 20 event points. Perfect. You can see these guys are trying. So this helicopter needs to go... It needs to go here. But this helicopter, we're going to fly it over here. I'm going to put a monitor in this position here. And we're going to bring that helicopter over. And I'm going to do a test with this infantry next turn. See, I want to be able to land here. Can I land? Oh, I totally can land. So I think that's the thing. You can land in a landing zone on the water if there's a boat there. So if there's a boat that's capable, you can land there. And now what I'm going to try and do is take this guy here, put him in the ATCs, bring him over to this area, and then load him up into the helicopters. That'll save me a few turns. Just taking them all the way over here, plus running to this airfield. This makes life so much faster. Huh! Yay for learning something new. We are trying to get this ATC group all the way down to where these Rangers are. And these Rangers, they're going to do a crossing right here and try and get across to start fanning out, taking these points, while this ARVN group will be doing the same for this area here. You know what I can do? Can I do that? Do I want to do that? I can start sending some... Oh, wait. Can I even get across? No, I can't get across. I need a boat. Fire truck. Pretty cool you can land with a boat nearby. Yeah, that's super handy. That was one thing that we changed 6.4 in 1.10, I think. And that was mainly to do with Operation Starlight. Yeah. Because Operation Starlight has some offshore units that you do need to be able to land and take them off board from using helicopters, and super effective. And not only that, with Operation Starlight, if you haven't played it, the boats will move like 3 times faster now than they did with the original game. So you'll be able to get your forces on shore way faster than you normally would with the first version of the game. So that's good. It does give you some extra time because there's a lot going on in that particular scenario. It's much smaller than this, but there's a lot that you have to think about, and you don't have enough forces, obviously, to do everything that you want, and you will take losses. If you watch my playthrough of that, oh man, there's probably 5 videos, maybe, no, I think it's 5 videos, where I played through that particular scenario and got my bottom handed to me. Not that that ever happens. Ha! So these guys are going to wait for this infantry. No, we don't actually need to wait. We can send one of the helicopters away, so let's do that. I'm going to put him up in the high flight zone. So notice that I took off. I went up 2 flight zones, and now I moved 1 hex, and now I'm going to put him up in the high flight zone. You cannot go from the ground to the high in the same hex. This represents the natural flight of a helicopter and how it takes off and moves forward to get into a higher flight zone. Typically. I mean, yeah, you can go straight up if you want, but that's not how helicopters work. I'm going to bring it over here to Dong Tam and get it close to the airfield, which is here, so I can drop it down, and then it'll be ready ready for whatever action is going to be happening in the morning. Refueled, ready to go. I do have some ATCs and stuff here. Let's bring these ATCs around. And let's also bring one of these monitors around. So I'm going to take these 2 boats. Ooh, there's another ATC. So all those 2 ATCs and monitor. During the night, we're going to come down here as far as we can, and we're going to bring these troops here to get ready to cross. Man, that's going to be a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to have a lot to do, because these ATCs are eventually going to have to start going up through these canals in order to get into this area, because I don't see any landing zones over here, which means I have to use my ATCs to do so. That kind of sucks. Okay. I think that's good for this turn, so let's turn off the highlighting. Let's zoom in to level 1 and see what the VC are going to do. A couple of nights has been very active by the VC, but we don't expect that all the time. If you play the bin long scenario, you'll find that the VC is pretty quiet a lot. Until, as the first few days are very easy, basically is what I'm trying to say. And then after that, it gets far more complicated and it turns messy. And if you haven't been doing your job properly, the VC will annihilate you. That's a civilian boat. We don't care about that. So nothing happened. And notice that I went through that. Notice that I can occupy the same hex as a civilian type vessel, just as an FYI. Thank you for tuning in, 6-4. I really appreciate that. That's great that you took some time to do that. Of course, you can, as you do, you message me anytime. Always happy to give you some pointers or whatever like that. Even if you want to watch me play, or I can help you play, all good. Just let me know. I'm pretty open, pretty easy. Don't forget to watch the stream tomorrow, though, on YouTube. It will, I usually offer you some tidbits to help your gameplay and all that goodness, so it's worth your time, I think. I know they do take a while, though. Fair warning. Oh, no, you know what? Maybe that was the issue, is that I can't unload this infantry. I'll check next turn. I think that was the main issue, though, is that I couldn't do that. Let's unload this guy. Let's see if we can capture this. Oh, yeah. Fortunately, it wasn't occupied. And then we're only a few turns away from capturing those 2 units there. So this, what is this? An infantry unit. And who's he from? 3rd 60. Oh, he's totally in the wrong spot. So that means I'm going to lose 3,000 points just for not having my units biovacking where they should be, because I did not keep track of my units. And they're scattered to all 4 corners of the earth. Not so good. That's another reason why I would play this significantly differently the next time I play this. And I will play this again, because this is a heck load of fun. So these guys are all going over here, I think. Same with this mortar, I think. Otherwise, they would have been flown to the other area. These guys can double time. All these guys can double time. So movement at night on the ground with infantry is not affected by the night. Movement on the ground with vehicles is affected by the night. Movement in the air in Napa the Earth is affected by the night. Welcome, bro, Joshua. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. But helicopter movement in the low and high flight zone is not affected by the night. Just as an FYI. Ah, crap. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, now, area pi is all... Let me just confirm that before I start shooting that out. Yep, it's all taken care of now. I don't know if I'm too late to get the points for that, but we shall see. What is this? So I actually might have to fly this guy anyways, but we'll see. And where is this guy? So notice I have an infantry platoon loaded up in this assault boat, and I can't find any details on it. I don't know who it belongs to, but we have included a way to do that. If you go to the help menu and go to Unit Handbook Passenger, or you press Alt F2 while selecting that unit, it'll tell you who that belongs to. So this unit belongs to D Company 4th 47th. It's the 2nd platoon of D 4th 47th, and that's going here. So it is going where it's supposed to go. That's kind of good. I'm glad. I have lost a number of my boats, which is not so good. So let's take a look at this guy, see what he is. He's 3rd 60th, so let's bring him over here, because he's going to have to come this way to another helicopter, which I just realized I sent away too early. Oh, man. But we can send another one down here, so let's do that. Let's grab this helicopter. She's loaded. Bring it all the way down. Get shot at. There it is. So another thing that I would do differently in this scenario is go hunt down these anti-aircraft machine guns, just so I can fly freely. Because right now, I can't, and it's a pain. Hey, thanks for tuning in, John. Take care. Have a good night. So again, if you have any specific questions or anything like that, just let me know. I am happy to answer them if I know them. I'm going to start digging in here, start defending our position, even though it's probably not necessary. We are supposed to be digging in around here, and that's our loggering. And down here, this is our loggering for 4th 47th. Is there a fast way? No, I have to go around. Is there no helicopters or nothing that I can get in there? Just by boat, and boat is slow. So that's that. These guys are done. Nothing we can do up here. I'm just going to do a quick pan around and see if any of my back areas are being captured. And by the looks of it, no, these are all good. Let's take a look at Ben Trey. What's that? That's an Arvin. So I'm looking at the color of the flags to make sure that they're not yellow like this, but these are out of my operating area, so we don't care about that. These are all out of my operating area. Looks like the VC have not been moving yet, which is good. I was kind of concerned they'd be going around stealing up points, but I don't see that happening. There is a machine gun here. I don't have the forces to deal with that. So I take the shots when it comes by. Unfortunately, it was this one. No, it wasn't that one. It was the one that I took out here in a pillbox. Yeah. That one there, the anti-aircraft machine gun or whatever it was, that was the one that made my feelings hurt and took out my very last gunship. So I don't have any gunships anymore. I do have airstrikes, but they won't be coming until tomorrow. Man, what a day. Oh, we have a helicopter here. Why do we have a helicopter here? Who's this guy? Third 47th. He's totally in the wrong spot. Maybe that's why we have a helicopter there, because he's in the wrong spot. What about this guy? 3rd 60th. That's good. Actually, where's the headquarters? 3rd 60th. Aye. So you can see he's not highlighting, so he's definitely in the wrong spot. Who's this guy? That's reconnaissance. We don't care about reconnaissance. Highlight the headquarters, the leader. And we have some Arvin troops here that were stationed in Kailai before, so that's okay. We have our artillery batteries here. We have an Arvin group down here. You know what? I'm half tempted. I'm going to leave this decision up to you. What do you think? Now, the idea is that I don't want to take any of the points, but I want to start getting into... Here's the area. So here's the area boundary, right? So these are the areas that I've secured. These are the areas that I'm going to have to secure tomorrow. There's no sense in me going north because I can't get this point here without a boat. Although I could probably start sending a boat this way. Ooh, let's do that. Do we have a boat? We do have an ATC coming. Do we have anything else? A PBR. More PBRs, more PBRs. Lots of PBRs. Let's send a PBR up there. Let's do that. Right, so let's... Wait, before we do that. Do I have any troops that are... Oh yeah, there's a machine gun. Most of these guys are full strength, which is amazing. Huh, okay, good to know. But I do have under strength units somewhere else. Where are they? Is there a landing zone around here? No. There's one way up there. But I can cross here. Huh. Decisions. Too many decisions going on here. Okay, never mind that. Everyone's moved. Everyone's moved here. We're happy. I think that's all I'm going to do this turn, so let's save it. Excuse me. And go to number 1, turn off the highlighting, and the turn. $3.46 for the VC. We are 6 turns into the night of day 6. So we have 8 units low on ammo. 1 engineer has made an approved position. Perfect. So not much action. I'm happy about that. We're just making sure that, okay, these are just civilians. That's fine. Checking around Dongtan, make sure that everything is our points, which it seems like they are. This supply truck actually is fine. Oh wait, before I go too far, let's see who it belongs to. 3rd 47th, yeah, so it's here. We can just park it right over here. I've actually lost quite a few trucks, supply trucks, during my adventures, unfortunately. Just gonna move these as quickly and as far as I can. Let's bring this PBR2. These are ferries. I don't really need the ferries, and they're way too slow moving at night, so let's just leave them there. Let's start advancing. Let's use our Arvin Jeep for that. So again, I'm not taking these points. I'm just going for a drive to see what the road ahead is going to be like. And we see right there, there's a block, so we need to keep that in mind. Now, my vehicles can't get past this point because I don't want to take that point, otherwise I'll be penalized for that. So at least we know we can get our trucks all the way down there, so let's do that. So in case you're just tuning in and you're wondering why everything is blue, it's because we're operating at night and these are the night graphics. So one thing I need to do is go hunt down an engineer. And actually this... See all these villages here, I can't access the road, so I have to go up to here to this fort and unload my ferry there so I can go. You notice that there's no paths or anything from these areas here. Which means that if I unloaded my trucks there, I'd be stuck. But we can do it there, and they can drive the rest of the way. Now, let's go back here to Dongtam. Do we have any engineers? Let's see if we can highlight some engineers. Highlighting engineer units. Yeah, that didn't turn out well. No engineers here. Or maybe I have to be in 2D. Nope, didn't matter. Let's take a look over here. Do we have any engineers anywhere? Oh yeah, we do have one. Right there. Engineer platoon. Yeah, but he's fixed, so that's not going to do us any good. I know I have engineers down here. I have 2 of them. I don't have any down there. And I think I have some up here, but they're all spoken for, so I can't really move them. Let's just take a look. There's an engineer here. Who does he belong to? Oh, we can totally use him. So this is a brigade or battalion engineer that is supporting our... Oh, there's one there too. Who's this guy? We can use him as well. Oh, but I can't leave with that. Do we have engineering trucks? I think we do. Oh, man. Okay, let's load this guy up. Get him in the air. Ah, darn it. I pressed the wrong button twice. Nope. We want this guy to move out here. Unload. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave one engineer here. We're going to take one engineer and send it south. We are going to send it... Where's the safe road? Where's the safe road? I don't think there is a safe road. I think I'll have to drive all the way around. So that'll give me something to do for the rest of the night for that engineer, because it's going to take that long, at least. That's too bad. Glad we didn't get ambushed yet. I see there's a mine there. Okay, let's go over here. Let's do our test to see if I can do this. No, I can't. So much for my plan. But we can take off again, come over here. Actually, let's send this guy down south just to get refueled. So again, we're flying in the low altitude. It shouldn't affect... There should be zero effect because of the night. We're not that close to the ground. If we are close to the ground, though, it will take a lot of action points to move around. I think 5 or 6 action points to start moving around, just as an FYI. Getting those guys close to where they're supposed to be logging for the night. And this is done. This is not, though. So we will be able to unload there and start taking those... Oh, wait. Can I unload there? Yes, there's a crossing right there. So I can unload here, cross here, take those 2 points. Oh, I don't have enough action points to get there. That's fine. But then this part of Area Sigma will be done. Thank goodness. Who does this guy belong to? 3rd 60th. Another 3rd 60th platoon out in the middle of nowhere. Sheesh. Brutal. Load. Nope. Not enough action points. But this guy can land. Get ready for the next guy to come. Which these guys... Just like that. And then unload. Oh, not enough action points. Darn it. These guys have all moved. We've got our engineer ready to go. And that's it. That's all we can do. Let's save it. Go into number 1. Oh, let's get these guys digging in. Same with these ones. We'll just dig in along the shoreline here. That way we have firing support if we need it when we're going to do our crossing. And once this ATC gets here, we're going to just start crossing straight away. Again, we're not going to take the points until we're told to take the points, which means we're not going to take the points until the rising sun, basically. And you want to do that. You want to keep that in mind when you're playing this. Don't take the points, because otherwise you'll be penalized every time, and that sucks. Been there, done that. We're listening to the VC. We hear some movement, but that movement could just simply be the civilians meandering around. You have to be concerned when that sound gets excessive. One headquarters unamplified supply, which is good because we have a 98 ammo. 6 units low on ammo. That's because they're far, far away from the headquarters. That makes perfect sense. Alright, so let's zoom in. Get these boats moving down the channel. Let's see, what do we have? Mortars, or artillery, sorry. Rangers. We have regular Arvin as well. So that's a decent task force right there. And then here, we're just going to move over. These guys can dig in as well, just because they have nothing else to do. These guys can go in there. Now, these guys can't fire from there, but they're just protected for now. We have some ASPBs. We have this platoon that needs to come over here. These need to go over here. This needs to unload, I believe. That infantry needs to keep walking. That needs to load. These guys can load now and take off. Head north, go up to the high flight zone. They're not going to go very far just because I burned a lot of action points. These helicopters have refueled. Let's get them up in the sky. Again, up to the high flight zone and fly as far as we can, which isn't going to be very far. So let's unload this guy here, and then let's see if we can get one more unit across. Oh, we can. So notice what I'm doing here is that this is something new that we added to Vietnam. You can access these riverine boats, these ATCs for example, and you don't have to get into them and load. You can just go into the same hex and then next turn be able to cross without worrying about loading and unloading and all that fun stuff. So it just makes life so much easier. I prefer this. It makes me happy. Yay! Actually, this ferry's not doing anything, so let's bring it down here and have it help move those guys across so they can come down here. And here, can we get anywhere? No, we have to go through this block and around. We have to load that guy though. There we go. So next turn we can come out, get into this main channel, and then head up to this canal here, and head up to the maybe and just dump it off here at this road because it'll be way faster. Oh no, there's a block there. Never mind. The things I do for fun. We can move this boat. Those boats have moved, I hope. Yes. Go over here. They can load. Start heading back. This one can unload. And do I have enough action points to move? Oh, I do. So nothing there, but we can bring this guy down here so we can sweep around and then load next turn. Let's go up to Kailai, grab our engineer, load him up in the trucks. Now, since it's going to be trucks, it's going to be very slow. Very, very slow. can't believe my guys got so discombobulated. That's not cool. Not cool at all. You'll see that there's an unidentified marker there. We're not sure what that is. I'm going to assume it's civilians because civilians have been operating in that area for pretty much the whole game. We have some ARVN up here. They're just chilling at their other airfield, making sure that it's safe. And you know what? That's it. I'm glad these night turns are pretty quick. Let's press enter. And we're seeing what's going on with the Viet Cong. Nothing, which is good, except they have a boat now, again. 6 units low on ammo. 1 aircraft is low on fuel at 11110. We'll hunt this down right now, actually. So let's go Alt X, and then 111, 111, 101, and go to that X. Ah, we forgot about it. That's why. And let's just drop it down and start getting its refueling process happening. Let's just move all these trucks back. They don't need to be out in the middle of nowhere. Moving the trucks back into Dong Tam. I think I will send these trucks, though. We have some regional force units as well as 2 ranger units up here. Let's give them some ARVN trucks. Get there. That's okay. Let's move some trucks to there where those ARVN are. And let's move these here. So these are armed, so we want to have the armed trucks with them as much as we can. So I just have to remember next turn to get these trucks up to this area up here so we can have some mobile infantry here. That would be handy. That would be very handy. Alright, and these American trucks we can pull back into Dong Tam. Which is good. And then let's take a look down at our combat zones. So this guy is coming back. This island is pretty much secured now. Yay! So we don't have enough action points to get back in the boat. That's kind of expected. Let's cross here and here. And can we get across? Ooh, perfect. Can we unload? Oh, look at that. That is amazing. So these guys are no longer going to be digging in. They're going to start crossing right here. Build a bridgehead. We're sneaking across a bridgehead. Now, why can we do this? Why are we doing this at all? One, this is the task for tomorrow. I know that because I designed the scenario. I know that I'm going to have to be operating in here, so I'm going to try and make my last day here as efficient and painless as possible. There's a landing zone here. I'm not going to land there because that's going to be terrible. I don't see any other landing zones except for up here. So I can transport some troops there, maybe 3rd 47th or something. but I don't remember how much of this area is going to be captured. I don't know if I have to go on this side or is it just in here. Anyways, tomorrow will be a big day and it'll be a lot of action with boats, a lot of action with helicopters. I wish, again, I had my gunships, but alas, I do not. These are all 4th 47th infantry that are trying to cross. There we go. You'll see that they're going to be on this road. They'll run down here and then everything will be happy. The supply trucks can... I wish I had engineers as a mine. Or not a mine, but a roadblock. Ah, darn it. That's okay. Who does this guy belong to? 3rd 60th. So he needs an AT. No, he's going to take this boat across to this helicopter. Or the next helicopter that's coming. Where is the next helicopter? We do have a helicopter here. Oh, he can fly right there. And we'll just drop down, get on the tarmac. Right there. Now he's waiting. He's fully fueled pretty much and ready for the next... Oh, what's this? That is 3rd 47th, I think. Yeah, so this ferry needs to go across. These need to go here. This 3rd 60th. Wow, we have a lot of 3rd 60th troops here. That's just not good. Oh, I don't have enough action points to unload. I don't think. Nope, can't do it. Can I do it here? Nope, can't do it. Not enough action points. That's fine. Okay, here we have a 3rd 60th, I hope. Yes. And they're going to fly up to... here. Let's zoom in, drop down. That's a landing zone there, so we're going to drop down. Get on the ground. We don't have enough points to take off. Oh, no. Who's this guy? 3rd 47th. Unfortunately, that 3rd 47th is going to have to wait because we need to go get fuel first. So we're almost out of fuel with that thing, but we will get to over here before we have to worry about that. Whew. Tough. Since we're here. Oh no, they're all done. Okay, I think we're done. We are done. Save and the turn. See what happens. Oh, I forgot to move those. DC movement. For continuing to hold the Bin Phu area, we've collected 50. Tan Bin area, we've collected 50. Kai Lei area, entire Kai Lei, Ban Long military post, Bin Trung military post, Vinh Thanh area, the entire Vinh Thanh area, Western Mai Tho, Central Mai Tho, Eastern Mai Tho, the entire Mai Tho area, Ap Tan Long, the entire Moke area, the Ban Duc area, Quai Than area, Western Quai Than area, Northern Quai Than area, Tien Thai area, and Hiep area, Truc Giang Airfield, Truc Giang Base, Ben Tre, Central Ben Tre, Northern Ben Tre, Eastern Ben Tre, Tan An Base, Western Tainan, Eastern Tainan, Dongtan Base, Dongtan Airfield, the Western Dongtan Airfield, 3rd 47th Military Area. We've collected a whole bunch of points. So that's every X amount of turns, you get some points just for holding what you're supposed to be holding. Alright, so let's get these boats moving again. Drop down with these helicopters that they're on their low helicopter warning. We're just gonna drop them down, refuel, take off again tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next turn. We're in high, low, now drop down to the airfield. There's a supply truck there, which means they'll refuel, and we're good to go. Okay, there's that. Let's go over here. Do continue with our crossing. These guys can unload. These guys can move 1 hex. These guys can move a few hexes. So again, we're just building a bridgehead. We're not going to take any points. Can I unload? No, not enough action points. That's fine. Until we get more boats there. These guys can load into there, and they can start coming across. These guys can unload. These guys can also unload. Can they load? No. So we'll just load into that next turn, take off, be done with that. Okay, and we can move our trucks to get ready for the ferry. These ATCs will leave down here because we're going to need them to start ferrying some of these troops. We'll have to ferry some by helicopter, and we'll have to ferry some by ATC. So we've started a small bridgehead. We have another bridgehead over here. Can we unload these? No, not enough action points, but next turn. Go grab our engineer truck. This very, very slow and painful movement. But we want this engineer to help with the advance party down here to start clearing some of that path to open up the supply routes. So when we are dealing with this area, it'll be very quick and very easy. Alright, let's move our trucks. So now both of these platoons. Oh, we even have some artillery here. I forgot about that. So these two rangers have trucks. These rangers also have trucks, or regional forces also have trucks. Let's put them on the top of the stack. that's that. They've all moved. They have not moved yet. These guys have to go all the way around, which is frustrating as heck. We have some recon helicopters down here that are not doing anything. They're just hanging around. We don't have enough boats there yet. They're getting there, but it's slow going because it's dark. Okay, end the turn. So I'm not expecting much to happen, at least during this part of the night. Maybe as we get closer to dawn. So that's why I'm going pretty quickly through these turns. Two headquarters, unable to provide supply. 6 units low on ammo. Let's just move these back into the base. Get these boats all flowing down the river. There we go. So this truck is good to start heading back. I think that's a 3rd 47th truck. Yes, it is. So that has to go all the way back here. Hopefully. This is a 4th 47th truck. Not enough action points. This we can move out, and we'll just collect the ATCs here for 4th 47th. During the day, again, they can move way faster. It's just at night they're pretty much useless. Although they're moving, like I said, probably 3 times further than they would have otherwise. Let's put this guy on this trail. Let's continue up this. Oh no! ID. Unload. Our Rangers. Unload if we can. We can't. That's okay. Mortars. Let's unload. These guys are all done. These guys are also done. We can load up these guys. Get them in the sky. Get them higher. Head north. I don't think that's... Oh, there's this too. Let's move the ATCs over here. Just try and collect our forces as well as we can in preparation for tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be a gong show. We do have our helicopter here that is loaded with infantry that has refueled. Let's get them up. Where's he going? To 3rd 47th. Of course, after I had just moved my ATCs from there. Darn it. Alright, that is that. Scanning around, make sure we don't have anything else to do. I think that's that. He's on the ground, we don't have to worry about him. Oh, our engineer truck. Slow and painful, let me tell you. Okay. Yep. Okay, we're done. So let's zoom in and the turn. Continue on. 351, 9 more turns of nighttime before the last day happens. We're trying to get into a much better position for day 7 than we normally have been before. We have a bunch of extra ARVN infantry that is helping us out. 2 headquarters unable right supply, 5 units low on ammo, turn 352. Again, we're just maneuvering all these troops. These guys need to load. We're just collecting some ATCs here for operations tomorrow. Same with these. This guy's coming over here because we have something to take tomorrow. Enough to take off? No. Not enough to load. This guy is heading all the way north. I'm going to zoom out, head up here. We are going to drop down and then drop down twice. He's on the ground. This guy can unload. Do we have anyone that's not supposed to be here? Let's just double check. No. We are missing some troops, but they're coming. There's one here, for example. These guys are just doing their thing. Let's build another IP here, because why not? We have another helicopter flying somewhere. We have to go hunt it down. Where is it? Right there. Hey, Broadsword. Good to see you. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Don't get shot down. Ah. It's a kilometer away, but still. Always have to worry, especially when you're hauling things. Okay, he's on the ground now. Doing great. How things are going for you? Well, we're still in the middle of the night. I'm still ferrying troops to where they're supposed to be going. On the bright side, I am operating in day 7 areas. Let me turn on the map for you. So I know these are going to be tasked for tomorrow. So I'm starting to cross with my ARVN troops because they don't have to be logging for the night. It's kind of like a... This is one of those things that I'm nice for this one, that your ARVN troops don't have to logger where they're supposed to be. So I'm allowing you to, have a little bit of creative freedom in this particular scenario. This is not the case with Bin Long, fair warning. The ARVN are tasked, or will be tasked, with missions as well when they come released. And they're expected to be loggering where they're supposed to be loggering. But this one here, I gave you some more operational freedom just because it's kind of the same scenario or the same type of situation every day. You're kind of like going into different areas and capturing certain areas, whereas bin long will be a little more interesting. Anyways, so I've taken advantage of my ability to utilize my ARVN troops, and I'm going into operational areas for tomorrow. That being said, I'm not capturing any points yet. I'm not going to capture any points because if I start doing that, I'll get penalized for every one that I take. So if you're going to do this, make sure you you can get right up to the point, just don't take the point, otherwise you'll be penalized, and that sucks to get penalized because it adds up really quick. So as you can see, I'm kind of maneuvering around the objective points so I can get into a position where come tomorrow I'll be able to, you know, just take a swath of points already, have beach areas ready to go already, and yeah, we're just happy campers. Wow, that was crazy. I got so many things across. So here I have one ATC, and it has been allowing me to cross all these units just by utilizing that ATC. I mean, it's taken some turns, but it is possible, right? Which is good. That's what we want to be able to do. Instead of having thousands of units that aren't doing anything, we're trying to utilize the units that we have, or the units that haven't been sunk yet, for example. Hopefully that truck doesn't get ambushed. I sent it along this road all by itself. That's either brave or stupid. I'm going to say brave. Thank you for your support. Okay, let's turn this off because it slows things down. Okay. This is coming back all the way down here. This is also coming back. And this is coming back. So we have secured all these points now, but I don't think I'm going to get the points because I missed the daytime limit. I might actually change that so that if you do secure it halfway through the night or something, you might get the points still. But yeah, no, I didn't complete the tasks. I don't really deserve the points. I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Even though you finally cleared the points, like this area here, I didn't clear this area until like a couple of turns ago. And it's way past my midnight, or not, my dark time, right? So do I get points for that, for still doing it? Or do I not get points for that because I did it way too late? What do you think? What's your opinion? Let me know. Okay, let's go grab our truck, our engineers, who are struggling to make any progress. Lose the points for the primary, maybe for a secondary objective. So if they do it, you know, in the middle of the night or something, they get like half the points or something instead of the 2,000 points that you would normally get for an area. I don't know. What do you think? Is that legit? So you get something. Mainly because you're not going to get your loggering bonus for the simple fact that you didn't get, your units are going to be out doing their thing and not loggering where they're supposed to be loggering for the night. So yeah, you'll lose 500 points or 1,000. I think it's 1,000 points for not loggering where you're supposed to be. So maybe by doing that, at least it'll balance it out. I'm going to write that down. That's a good idea, Broadsword. Good idea. Let's see. Of course, my pen doesn't want to work. And was captured during night of day. Now, I'll only do that for the following day or the following evening, just for the fact that, you know, you don't want to be sitting. You don't want to have not captured anything, because otherwise you could just sit here the whole game and not capture anything and then try and capture everything in one go or whatever. But yeah, you know, you still have a mission for the day. If you do capture it, you'll get half the points during the night. No, I think that's fair. That's a good idea. They have to be within a reasonable time frame. Yeah. Oh, I'm really glad you're enjoying the game, Broadsword. That's fantastic. I'm glad you enjoy the scenarios too. Have you? Are you replaying them, or are you just playing them once, or what are you doing? That. I think that's all I can do this turn. Let's end the turn. Okay, we're going to zoom in, see if the VC are doing anything that we can see. Did all the boot camps. Nice. How'd you do on the fourth one? Did you finally get it? Five units low on ammo. 2 improved positions. That's good. Draw. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. So, I don't know if you're... I need to go back and try one more strategy. You know what the trick is to that scenario? Since it's just you and I here, I think. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, I'm using a development version. That's why that happened, just as an FYI. Oh, wait. I don't want to do that. I don't want to show you that. I want to show you this. But I sorted by date and M3 into the French scenarios. Oh, nice. So, Boot Camp 4 is interesting. Boot Camp 4 kind of has you doing your thing. It's fairly... Show you the top secret Cold War game. Okay, so here's Boot Camp 4. You know all what you have to do for the beginning part. You have to go in, get your civilians, then you have to end up crossing here, leaving your guys here so they get released. But, so, the problem, obviously, is that you get ambushed. And you get ambushed in here. And the main issue is that this is a choke point. And this is where the VC are really hammering you. They'll hammer you elsewhere, but they're really going to hammer you here. If you can keep this secure, this type of terrain is actually okay. So you can send your trucks down here instead of trying to clear the ambush. You can continue to clear the ambush because you get points for that. But while you're waiting, you can get your civilians down and around the camp to the town. So that's how I win the scenario, is by doing that. Dealing with the combat situation here, trying to, destroy them all or whatever, and until you clear that road, you can utilize this. It takes you a few turns. It's much faster to go on the road, obviously, but time is of the essence, especially if you're at the last part of the scenario. You're like, oh crap, now I'm stuck and I got a freaking ambush that I have to deal with. My trucks are not going to get anywhere. That's how they get anywhere. You have to make sure you secure this crossing. Once you secure the crossing, send the trucks off-road up to the camp and around the camp to the town. Yeah. You should be responding, there's a company here that'll come released. This will be a fresh company for you to use. You should be sending that company there as fast as you can, just to at least secure this crossing. That's the main thing. Secure the crossing, and the rest of it will fall into place. keep the VC occupied. That way they're not targeting your trucks that are trying to sneak around the area. But yeah, if you can secure, like, at least hold back the ambush, you're not going to destroy it. Or if you do destroy it, you're doing very, very well. You always forget your guys. Oh no. Yeah. So that I think this is B Company here. Let's just take a look. Yeah, it's B Company. B Company gets released when that ambush happens. And the other thing to get points though too is that you need to have this company here in this base, right? So A Company will take B Company's place, and B Company, being a fresh company, will go out and deal with that ambush. Also, this gets released at some point too during the scenario. I don't recall. I think this company, C Company, gets released before B Company does. So you'll be trying to clear the ambush with this company first. I don't know if the CIDG platoons get released, but they get shot at, so they'll be released at that point anyways. But anyways, that's the trick to this scenario. Clear the ambush site, at least at the fort and bridge, so you can send your trucks down below, or even across. If they're not, there's a machine gun position up here that's going to be just shooting at you like crazy. So that's why I went down and around. Just it would stay out of the machine gun zone. But yeah, totally. There you go. That's the secret. And now, actually, with these ATCs moving way, way faster than they used to move, if they survived the ambushes on their way to Rendezvous Alpha, you could probably use them to go back and forth along the river and drop off the civilians down here and then transport them by truck this way. Is it recommended to do that? No, but there are ways to complete the mission that you have to complete. And don't get any of your units killed, obviously. Okay, there you go. There's that. If you tuned in and saw that, Boot Camp 4 cheat. Alright, back to Mekong. You're most welcome. Glad that's kind of thing is helpful. I'm always happy to help. Always. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'll do what I can to make sure that I answer them. Ah, no. Oh, no effect. So we hit a level 1 minefield with this ranger. That's fine. I'm going to send some more rangers this way because there's a fort here that might be occupied. I'll send a company-sized unit over there. We do have infantry in here. Let's unload. Can I get these guys across as well? Yes, look at that. That's amazing. And there we go. Look at that. We crossed quite a few units just with that particular ATC. And this guy, let's put him, he's going to sit here in preparation for daybreak. This guy, where can I put this guy? So I have a bridgehead here. I have a bridgehead here. There's a full Arvin company and a full Ranger company here with artillery support. I guess I could, no, let's see, are there crossing points? This is the main crossing point here. It'll probably be defended. I can't get that. I need a boat up there. Means I have to send a boat all the way through here, which doesn't sound very appealing. It'll be way easier to do that during the day, so maybe I'll send this PBR. I'll send that PBR up here to see what happens. I mean, it should be clear all the way up to here at least. Just into here, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to need that to cross. Huh. I can't take that point, and I can't take that point yet. Not till the morning. This guy can load up. take off. Okay, so he's on the ground. He's fully fueled. He's good to go. So what I do is I move up 2 flight zones. So now he's in low. I move 1 hex. And then I put him up into high flight zone. High flight zone is the one where he can move the fastest. And is less likely to be shot down. But you can't do from ground to high in 1 hex. You have to move 1 hex, that final low to high change, just as an FYI. We did have something. Didn't we have another helicopter somewhere? Yeah, we had another helicopter somewhere. Oh no, he went down here. Didn't he go down there? Totally confused. Huh. Just trying to pan around. Okay, 1 second. Let's go deal with our stuff first before we try and do this. Moving the ATCs down here. Keep them all together because they're going to be doing a mission with 3rd 47th or 4th 47th tomorrow morning. So we need to get as many as we can. Yeah, the movement impact at night is quite terrible. Our engineer trucks, let's get them down the road. Okay, again, yeah, so these engineers, if you didn't see in the beginning, they have to go all the way down along this road, all the way down here to help start clearing the mines and whatnot that we are going to be running into, because it's the only engineer that I have down here until these guys get released, which should be in the morning. We're going to send these guys over here. We're going to go across and start getting ready to take those points there. There's a main road here, so that will be good for our tanks. Ooh, yeah, let's plan that. Where's this go? Oh, never mind. So there's a main road here. There's a main road here. So this town, I'm sure, is going to be a disaster for the VC to get in there. There's another main road here. Unfortunately, all of our armored vehicles are here in Kai Lei. We have 2 armored cavalry troops with some tanks, APCs, a whole bunch of good stuff. Oh, we have infantry. Let's load them over here. And you know what? We have headquarters. Let's move that. Oh no! I have a traffic jam. That's my problem. Yeah, I have a traffic jam. Do I have another headquarters? Oh, I do. We're going to send this headquarters down over here. We're going to unload it, and then it'll be ready to refuel both of these Hueys, which we need. They're waiting for... Could have swore there was another helicopter somewhere coming. Where did it go? Where did it go? Maybe I lost it. Yeah, you know I must have lost it because I don't see it. Okay. We are done. Let's go. See what happens. 7 more turns of nighttime before daylight comes. We hear the VC. We don't see the VC. I'm just making sure that there's no objectives flipping. These are out of our area, so that's okay. 3 headquarters, unlimited supply, 5 units low on ammo. Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's a civilian boat. We don't care about that. That's fine. So we have most of our ATCs here. Do I need to have any? Yeah, you know what? Wow, what's the fastest route for these guys to go? Let's bring these guys back. Looks like there's a path that goes directly north here, so we'll send all this infantry and all that fun stuff this way. Head it north and just do a crossing here. We know there's a minefield there, but we've spotted that, so that's okay. We're sending this entire Ranger unit over to here to get in preparation for taking that fort tomorrow. And then these last 2 Ranger units will be ready to secure this area. This Ranger unit will take that. This Ranger unit is going to come up to this crossing point and get over here to start taking these points here and start clearing this road. Oh, there's our helicopter right there. Ha, I knew I had one. Let's just zoom in. Oh, there's another one there too. Drop them down. Drop them right down. Both of them are on the ground. This one has enough action points to unload. But it can't unload because the hex is overstacked. So let's take off with these helicopters. Now we can unload. Hopefully we're unloading in the right spot. 3rd 47th. No, we are not. That is my luck. That's right. 3rd 60th. So he's in the right spot. The other ones are not. How frustrating. So broadsword, remind me to remove that 3rd 47th infantry unit and send it back south. Man, that sucks. Yeah, totally got the wrong papers. Not good. Or you got the right papers, you just can't read. Gosh, be darned. So this boat has to go all the way into this canal here to swing around and bring him up there. He's not going to make it in time because nighttime's almost over, unfortunately. Let's go check on our engineers. And that is overstacked, so let's just move these guys out of the way. They can come back in now. Okay. There we go. Oh, let's check that other airfield first. Everyone's moved. Everyone's moved. Okay. The VC are very quiet tonight. It has me unnerved because they've attacked the last 2 nights in a row. But I don't see objectives swapping anywhere, so that has me concerned. 1 headquarters unprovided supply, 5 units low on ammo, And it's turn 3:55. Again, we're just getting these things done. Oh, what's this? Who does he belong to? Oh, wrong unit. 3rd 60th. Oh, man. So both of these helicopters can come down here, I think. This one can load. This one can unload. Get that infantry out of there. Yep, new orders. I'm going to drop these 2 helicopters off here. So they're in high flight zone. I have to go down 1, then drop down again and again. Now we're on the ground. Oh no, I don't have enough action points to get on the ground. So they're flying. I need 10 action points to go from nap of the earth to the ground. I missed. Ah, that was a mistake. Didn't want to do that. And where's this crossing point here? Here's the crossing point here. So let's move them. Where should I move them? Probably just there is fine. Then they can cross both sides, all 3 hexes. That's fine. He's good. He's not good. He's good. He's good. And let's get this company closer. How close can we get before we get shot at? Oh no! Another minefield. And a block. It's good we're finding these, because that'll give the engineer something to do. And since we've found them, we can now move through them with relative impunity, but not always. Fair warning. I have driven through a minefield for 6 turns. Nothing happened. And then on the 7th turn, I lost some trucks and artillery. It kind of sucked. That was a kick to the nads. These guys are good. Those helicopters are moving. Going to get our engineer truck. There it is. Drive down the canal. Hopefully not get ambushed. So you'll see that there's a lot of VC owned places, but these are out of my operating area, so I'm not caring about them. They don't get me any points. If anything, they'll cause me to lose points. I'm just going to check the Bentray area. This is the Bentray area, and I don't see any VC captured locations in our operating area. So we're going to assume that it's okay for now. That being said, let's end the turn. Five more turns of daylight. Until daylight, sorry. Okay. Let's get these guys moving. And this PBR we want to send that way. So we're going to send the PBR up this route. These Arvin Rangers, they can move so far. It's awesome. Okay, so they can't move there. Oh, they ran into an ID but didn't trigger it. That's good. That's good. These engineers, we can double time them. Start sending them that way, and they can start getting across and start helping. Can we unload? No, we cannot. So this is a Arvin Ranger unit. I'm going to swing this guy around this island. And I'm going to go take a peek I mean, it'll take 5 turns to get into this area anyways, but I'm going to take a look and see if there's a nice landing beach somewhere around here. Those familiar with the riverine units or missions that had been that are most talked about. Here's Snoopy's nose right here. There was some action there that happened in, when was it, 67 I think? I don't recall. We can move those. These ATCs are gonna pack people up. These helicopters we can put on the ground now. Okay, we do have all our helicopters. Let's go grab them. Just gonna pan up. So they're in the low flight zone. We're gonna put them in high, and we're gonna send them over here. I'm gonna send them back to Dongtam to chill. And then this one, we've raised it up twice. Now we've raised it up the 3rd time, and we're gonna send it down this way to 3rd 47th. So it has to land here. They have to run all the way to this ATC. That ATC needs to cross, and they have to land here. And then that should bring all of our 3rd 47th units together. That's the theory. I still have a 3rd 60th unit that needs to take a helicopter and fly away, but it hasn't done that yet. Let's go grab our engineer truck. It's so slow. So slow at night. It's brutal. Again, a quick sweep to make sure that there's no VC points being taken. We do have, down here, we have a couple of small fire brigades. They're just ARVN units, but still, it's better than having nothing. These are mostly regional force units, although I do have a smattering of ARVN regular infantry. Are they any better? Yeah. Depends. 356. Alright, nothing still. That's encouraging. Or scary, one of the two, depending on your perspective. Why can't I cross? Hello. That's interesting that this platoon was able to go through, but these ones cannot go through. Maybe because it was only 2 SP? Makes me wonder what's in there. And how come I can't attack it? Okay, let's double time this guy. Oops. Needs 2 engineers are gonna come up this path, clear this minefield, head this way to clear that minefield, and probably head up this road here. Aha, if there's bunkers, that means that's a bad thing. We see a bunker there. Oh, that's because we went through that bunker. We're going to leave this infantry here because we are not going to take the points. We know that there's stuff here, so that's good. Actually, since this is a mobile force, we'll send them up this road here. Man, it's going to be a hectic day tomorrow. So we've unloaded that 4th 47. I hope that's 4th 47. Let's take a look, because with my luck it probably isn't. No, it's 3rd 60th. Okay, so let's take one of these helicopters. Bring it over here. I don't know how my 3rd 60th got so disorganized. Completely disorganized. It got scattered to the wind. Probably, actually, you know what it is? It's probably because I have so many armored units with 3rd 60th that I completely thought, I don't need all this infantry. So I sent them to do other missions. That doesn't make it right, though. We have a helicopter over here that needs to land. You really, really have to be thinking about what you're doing and all the things that are going on all at the same time. Again, I'm playing this really fast, though, right? I'm playing this to show you how things work, instead of being really, really mindful, which is what I would normally do. So I'm probably playing this at twice the speed, maybe 3 times the speed as I normally would play. Although I guess that's not much different. It's not that bad. Who does this guy belong to? 3rd 47th. So we're gonna land here. Ah, I misclicked. That's the worst. I zoomed and misclicked. Drop it down. Unload it if I can. Oh, I can too. And he can run. Let's get him going on the road. He's gonna go here. Head over this way. We are short on logistics officers. Touche. Touche, sir. Touche indeed. Let's just go up 1 hex. Nothing there. So we're not getting shot at, which is good. That means... Oh, and we can see an improved position there, which means that it's not occupied. So that'll be an easy capture right there. There is a roadblock, though, so we do need to get that engineer in there as quickly as possible. But we are bringing 2 across. It'll just take a handful of turns to get there. Okay. I think that's it for this turn. Let's continue on. We should be hitting daylight here very soon and see what the new missions are. I know these night turns are boring, so that's why I'm going through them pretty quickly. Not much going on. But at least it's an opportunity to see the things that you should be thinking of when you're doing that, though. Oh, I moved the PBR past. Darn it. Let's unload this. Let's see, where is he going? Is he also 3rd 60th? Yes, of course he is. Is also 3rd 60th, I think. Yeah, man. Let's move these guys out of the way. So there's room. And this guy can just run to the helicopter and head north. Same with this guy, he'll run to the helicopter and head north. There's 2 helicopters here waiting. Let's double time our engineers again if I can. Yes, I can. And this guy can also. ETCs, ferries. Crossing point there that's ready to be used by 3rd 47th. What's left of them? Let's take a look. How sad is it? Oh, it's very sad. That is what's left of 3rd 47th minus this platoon. Holy crap. Yeah, so 3rd 47th, they've lost 2 full companies of infantry. 4th 47th isn't in much better shape, though, if we look. 4th 47th. Yeah, they've lost pretty much 2 full companies, too, of infantry. Man, brutal. And 3rd 60th, they're in better shape, I think. Nope, that's not 3rd 60th. That's 3rd 60th. Yeah, well, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 platoons, 7, 8 platoons. So they're in better shape. They have about 2.5 companies left. So yeah, we've been taking some really crazy bad losses. On the bright side, we do have the Arvin and Rangers that have been helping out immensely, as you can tell by all the yellow icons that have been going around, that they should be green, but they are yellow, because we've been using those to collect the points and dealing with VC. It's going to be much the same tomorrow. Much the same tomorrow. Okay, let's save. Make sure that that is moved. Yes, end the turn. Brutal. Just gonna zoom out. See if I can see any sign of the VC. We don't want to see signs of the VC. That's the whole point. 5 units low on ammo. Ooh, that's good. Nothing happened. Where's our boat? We're gonna send that back up here. These ATCs can come this way. These monitors can come this way. And these ATCs can come this way. You know what I'm going to do? Let's send this infantry, continue it down the road, just to make sure that there's nothing else on this side so that this mobile force can go quickly. So we'll come up to here, make sure that's clear, then come back, head north. And yeah, these are good. Here we have to move some units. These guys belong to whom? 3rd 47th. These guys are going to the helicopters. These guys are also going to the helicopters. Okay, let's move our engineer trucks. So slow at night. Everything just slows right down. Yeah, not enough action points to move, and I still have 16 action points left. Moving at night sucks. Just sucks. Okay. There we go. And turn. See what happens. That means we're down to 2 more turns before night is over. Don't see anything flipping, so we're still good. Mind you, I haven't checked way up here either, so. 2 headquarters on override supply, 5 units low on ammo. We're at turn 360. Last night turn. It'll be morning very shortly. Which I'm grateful for. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Well, that didn't go well. I just lost some ATCs. That didn't go well at all. We're sending these PBRs up this canal here all the way around to see what's in here, so we can also use it as a crossing point if we need to, considering we just lost an ATC again. Frustrating. Let's double time this Ranger platoon. So that's all clear. Bring him back. And then next turn he'll go up the road to see what's up here on this side. Glad the road is clear. That'll make this mobile group a lot more effective. We do have to deal with that though. What's here? Reconnaissance engineer. Oh, there's an engineer platoon there already. Sugar. Pay attention to your forces. Pay attention to your forces. It's not that complicated. Darn it. Okay, so let's unload. And then next turn we can start shooting at that boat. Because we... Oh, we can right now. But it's nighttime. Kind of pointless. Didn't even hit it. Didn't even hit it. That's fine. Well, let's grab the engineers anyways. Now watch, I'm going to need all my engineers on the other way. Move down the road. These will be way faster in the morning. Well, look, they only moved like 7 hexes. Not quite there yet. They don't have enough to load into the helicopters. They can load into there though. Okay, there we go. We are now ready for daytime. Let's see what happens. Save it. End the turn. Last VC night turn. It's amazing how much area there is to cover and how few troops that I have. Oh, that's kind of scary. There's something happening with the VC because oh, it slowed right down. I don't hear anything. Hey, Stipe, good to see ya. I hope you're doing well. You're just in time to turn daytime. Let's see how this goes. I'll play just a few more minutes just to see what happens for day 7, what we have to do. Capture the points that we planned on capturing straight away and start organizing for the chaos that is going to ensue very shortly of day 7. Would you believe that we've been playing this now for 64 hours? This particular campaign? That's just awesome. I love that. But I'm a sucker for these type of monsters. It's still doing its thing. That's not good. That's kind of terrifying. And I know I'll play this again because I made so many of my own personal mistakes on this. So many mistakes. You know, going into day 7 with no gunships, that's not good. Oh, there we go. There were a lot of attacks in the area. So Bear support is now on station and ready to stem the attacks. Okay. The week has accumulated to this final day. Intelligence reports that heavy Viet Cong activity south of Kai Lay All 3 battalions will be required for the operation as Viet Cong D3R71 Main Force Battalion has been identified in the area. The operation will commence immediately to prevent the Viet Cong Battalion from escaping. We have 3 battalions, yeah, we know that. The enemy forces consist of it's a regular force, main force battalion, D3R71. 3rd 60th mission is to advance south of Kai Lake to establish contact with the battalion and defeat it. 3rd 47th, the battalion will land along the northern bank of the Song Tam Thon and search the area north of the river back to Long Trung. And 4th 47th will advance up the Rakbai Rai, sorry I'm butchering that, to first secure the western flank and to start clear the area south of what I just butchered towards Long Trung. Execution. The battalion's company will disperse and advance towards the Long Trung area, securing the following areas: Area Papa and Sierra. Once the areas are clear, the battalion will return to Dong Tam before nightfall. 3rd 47th, after landing, the companies of the battalion, which there are only 2 now. Did you say you will do another? Yeah, I'm going to do Bin Long after this one because I'm a sucker for punishment and I really want to, really want to play that one. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Even though, fair warning, the first few days will be kind of tedious, but totally worth it. Totally worth it. Oscar and Tango for 3rd 47th, and 4th 47th will advance up that thing I butchered and secure Uniform and Victor before advancing to Long Trung. So once the battalion has been destroyed, the battalion will return to Dong Tam. Both of these battalions will return to Dong Tam. For failing to buy evac, yeah, we kind of knew that. And we knew that. 4th 47th and B 3rd 60th, we knew that. A 3rd 5th, we gained some points for following the armored cavalry where they're supposed to be. Yay, we did for that too. So that was good. We knew that. It's just the infantry battalions were totally out to lunch. So 2 airstrikes remaining. We have some air support now, thank goodness. I'm not going to burn it all right now because we are going to need it later. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply, 5 units low on ammo, and we have cleared a block or minefield. Alright, first things first, let's get these engineers going as far as we can. So there's a lot more to Bin Long. It's simple to start with, but as the day progresses, I'll be operating with up to 2 brigades. No, 3 brigade-sized units by the time day 5 and 6 and 7 come around. Day 1 and 2, it's like 1 battalion, then 1 brigade, and then part of the 2nd brigade. But by the time day 5 comes, it'll be a lot going on. So the turns will take significantly longer than this does. It wouldn't surprise me if it takes me over 100 hours to play Bin Long. At least. But if you're into watching it, I'm into playing it. So, what do we have to do? Just so you know. Here's 3rd 60th, here's 347th, and down here is 4th 47th. Let's turn on the map labels. We have to secure Victor, Romeo, Quebec is already secure. No, Romeo is secure. Papa, Sierra, Tango, Oscar, Uniform, Victor. So basically this set of 6 areas, that's what we have to secure. And there's going to be a main force battalion hiding in here somewhere. And knowing me as a terrible designer, there'll be more than just 1 battalion, because I'm mean like that. So let's go over here. Oh, and just like that, we ran into something, so let's not do that. Oh, and we ran into something else. What the heck, man? I want to cancel that assault. Let's cancel that assault. Cancel the assault. Now I lose action points for doing that. Logically so, because my units were organizing, getting ready for the assault, and now they've decided to not do it. There's units in here. There's a bunker right there, so I am going to run away, come this way, and see if I can cross that point, and we'll deal with this strategic location later. We have to deal with this location here because this is along our main supply route. We can now start securing some points. Oh yeah, broadsword. It's so much fun to play these longer scenarios. I would start with, if you want to play a little bit longer scenario but not have it be too overwhelming, I would start with Operation Starlight. Starlight is a good scenario for that because it has a little bit of everything, but it doesn't have a lot of everything. I would highly recommend playing with that. Totally. I think you're operating with 2 battalions, but you have naval forces, you have helicopter forces, you have some ground forces. Yeah, I would highly recommend, if you're going to start with that. Let's take out that boat if we can. DC boats. Okay. What about our ATCs? Can they fire? No, they can't see. Shoot. Can they see now? No. Can they see now? Oh, reduced by 2. Ah, okay. So, we did get some revenge, even though they took out one of our ATCs. That's good. Let's just move these trucks off the road. These gun trucks, no. Let's just go into zoom level 4 here. So there's a roadblock or something here, so I need my engineers up there to help take care of that. We need to deal with this. Is it possible to cancel air and artillery strikes after placing them? No, there is not. Once it's called, it's called. Now, that being said, for example, if you say let's zoom in here, let's give an example. So let's say I had targeted this with artillery and airstrikes, but I had, during my turn, decided, well, I'm going to assault it and hope for the best and see what happens. And say I was successful at that, but the airstrike and the artillery strike are still coming. Now, with that, there is a potential that they will still come, but there's a good chance that the airstrike and artillery will be called off due to friendly fire, which is good for you. But otherwise, no. If you place it, it's consider it laid. The orders went up and you can't cancel them. Okay, you know what? After I move these guys, let's since we're here, let's just capture these points. Capture that. Oh, really? You know what? Those mines are not too bad against my rangers. Oh, that's because they're reduced strength. And let's send our boat up the... Where is it? here. Our PBRs taking a cruise up the canal. We expected this to be clear, but we don't know what's going to happen over here. Empty trucks, artillery. Let's bring the artillery closer, if I can. We're going to use this artillery to take out this fort, but we need more infantry, and that's what we're doing here, is we're bringing up all of our infantry, and we're going to get in a position to assault it, but we're not going to attack it yet. While the infantry is dealing with this, we're going to send the engineers up this road to get into, clear this area here, because we see here there's bunkers, and we are going to assume that there's bad guys in there. So that means that that whole village might have other units in it. So we want to go in, clear this road, make sure this is all good. These are just gun trucks, or just empty trucks, I guess. Oh no, there's some gun trucks there too. Or not gun trucks, but trucks with guns. That being said, you know what? We're going to save it there. And they can't load. We're going to save it there. We're going to continue this on Sunday. So I play this on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and I will be doing probably another couple hours. We will be continuing with day 7. I suspect day 7 will take, probably 4 or 5 more sessions by the time we're done. This will be a challenging day. There will be a lot of combat. There will be a lot of me cursing, and a lot of me using my Arvin players, my Arvin units to clear the way for what's ever remaining of my American troops, which is not very much, as you can see. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. If you have any comments, if you're watching this on YouTube, please ask them below or mention them below. Give it a like, subscribe if you want. Muchly, muchly appreciated. That we do even have some merch if you want. It's at the links below. Same with our Patreon, also at the links below. And yeah, hope you're having as much fun with this as I am. Thank you again for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. That being said, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.